I am Mrs. Agbabiaka Esther Oluwatoyin. I'm an education officer in Lagos State. I work as a biology teacher and actually work in Esther Senior Grammar School, Okeshago. Yes, this is pretty my first time. I actually see myself as a potential winner. Coming here, I know that I'm going to meet with some of my colleagues. Some of them may even be senior colleagues who have better experience than I do. But I do believe that I have something to offer as well. Well, it was something I didn't really expect, to write any exam. Not really, because there are most of the things I experience most of the time in the classroom. Apart from that, I do engage my students in some project work, some special project work, and more so, I try to also groom them on the subject area, in line with some creative aspects that will kind of facilitate their learning, make them more interested in the subject by creating some music for them to listen to. And most of them do show keen interest, and in fact, as of today, I'm sure some of them are waiting for me already. My flair for teaching started when I went for youth service. That was many years ago. That was in 2004 through 2005. So I had to teach in a community school, and from there I started discovering myself that I could actually impart knowledge into younger ones, and I got quite along. I got quite along very well with them, so I don't have issues with them at all. Most times, at times I group them into groups of, let's say, 5, and I try to allow them to collaborate. I give them questions to work on, and then I see them, talking and trying to, solve some questions together, while I go around to monitor what they are doing, if they are getting it right. If they are not, I try to, chip in the right answers for them. Why the answer is this, why is that? And so, pretty well, I'm okay. Well, in my own area, I also hate writing notes. So I try to summarize. I summarize. So on my own, I try to read a topic very well, digest it, understand it. Then I try to summarize it by reducing the lengthiness of the notes to the main points that they need to know based on the scheme of work and what is expected even by the time they'll be sitting and writing for their WAEC examinations or even JAM exams. I have some Malians, so to say, and these ones, it's not as if they don't want to learn, but I notice that some of them, they just want to get noticed. They just want attention. So I try to, pick them out. And then at times, to be honest, I give them some taxing punishment. Like, okay, go to the biology lab. Make sure that you arrange all the specimen bottles. Make sure you clean all the trays. But since you don't want to sit down and listen in class, that means probably you'll find that one much easier. So by the time I do that, they will even come and beg me, please, ma, I promise I'm going to update my notes. I'll bring it to you for marking, I know I'm good with technology most times, and I try to download videos on topic-related matters for them to watch so that, they get to understand what I'm about to deliver to them in the classroom. Wow. Oh, my journey, I still have somewhat a long way to go, because I aim high. I really aim high. I see myself really impacting lives, making a difference, something that will, everybody can go home with and remember me for. I do this at times. I'll tell them in class, if anybody gets my question, I'm going to give you 100 naira. I'm going to give 500 naira. Then you see them, everybody wants to, collect the money. So they try to answer questions, even if the question seems not within their reach. So they start getting their Android phone and start Google searching. So for answers, SL3, yes, I do. Up till now, it was 100%. Yes, we had 100% pass, and that was achievable because of the practicals that we make sure that we really groom the student for. So we were able to trash that aspect. What makes a good teacher? Wow. Well, I want to use myself as a scenario. What makes a good teacher? One of it is constant research. A teacher must be open to learning. A teacher must be ready to, study at any time. A teacher must also be ready to impact that knowledge which he or she must have acquired. A teacher must be able to, motivate learners, detect the stars among them, discover their skills, their talents, what they are good at, their weaknesses, know when they are going through some emotional, challenges, and try to bring them out of it. So I think these are some of it. I see this, most of the time, even in school. And it pains me that some teachers don't really understand, what some of these children go through. And they try to add to their pain without having prior knowledge of why this child is even behaving this way. So I feel some empathy for them when I see them, behaving in some way, and some teachers trying to inflict more pain. I feel their pain. But on my own, because I work in a public sector, it's not from the private school where I'm coming from. Okay? So I try to use my own wisdom to call the child. I'll tell the child, see me after the class. Okay? Let's have a talk. I noticed you were sleeping in class. Why are you sleeping? So some of them, there was even a point when I was talking to a child, and the child, I could see tears almost coming out from the eyes of the child. But I myself, I just tried to, gather myself together and try to get the words out of her. So at the end, I told her that everything will be fine, that she shouldn't worry, that she might be seeing today, but tomorrow matters more than today, that she's saying. Biology itself is life. Because most times, if you are picking a topic in biology, so many things around you, you can use so many things around you as, an instructional aid. At times, if there are no such, I can easily improvise, upload media for them to watch or look at, diagrams. I make use of charts. I make use of models for them to really understand, what I'm about to. Well, I've achieved, some of my students, at least I still have very few of them who graduated from medical school.